Time. Time is one of the most scary yet beautiful things we as human beings have to live with every single day of our lives. Time moves on, and there is absolutely nothing we can do to stop that. The best example I can think of is my childhood Minecraft world, Slam City. This world is where my friends and I spent a majority of our childhood middle school years. We laughed here, built so many cool things, and made memories that we will all never forget for the rest of our lives. But now, almost 8 years later, it remains abandoned, sitting in an eerie silence in what was once a thriving, active world, never to be touched again. And that is how it's going to stay forever. Hey guys, Knight here. I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys a bit about the channel and answer a few questions you guys have about the future of Slam City. To start, I seriously want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for the amount of love and support you guys have shown to my 4-hour-long Slam City special. You somehow made this the most successful video I have ever uploaded to YouTube. Almost 100,000 views, over 100,000 hours of watch time, which, in case you were curious, is enough time to watch the entire Fallen Kingdom saga over 300,000 times. Holy shit. That is absolutely fucking mental. Thank you so much. I worked on that video for 9 months, and I can now confidently say I now know what giving birth feels like. And tens of thousands of people watched me pop this thing out of my tuxedo hole. Isn't that glorious? But for real, I genuinely cannot get across how much this means to me. I am so grateful. I would also like to share some beautiful fan art one of you guys drew in my community Discord server. This was done by an employee by the name of Prince, who is a longtime subscriber and follower of the channel. And when I first saw this, I actually cried. I know every creator loves to say this, but I actually do have the best community I could have ever asked for. Like, come on, he's got Doo-Wop drinking his fried chicken Slurpee, Ford the little teddy bear with his tiny stall jukebox, Kevin, Donovan the cartel kingpin police chief, and of course, Hala. If this video ends up becoming my blow-up video here on YouTube, which it seems like it could be heading that way, judging by my analytics, hello, my name is Knight, or Mr. Wang. If you found me through this video, welcome. I'm glad to have you as an employee of Wang Enterprises, and I hope you enjoy the content I shit out here. Now that the end-rod riding is over, let's talk about Slam City. What is next? Where do we go from the 4-hour lore dump documentary I poured a year of my life into? But the straight up question you probably want answered is, will Slam City continue? The simple answer is no. Well, kinda. You see, Slam City started off as a simple build world created by a group of highly dysfunctional individuals who are now no longer together. And by the end of its lifespan, became very ambitious with some very big goals. Goals that would take a very long time to complete, especially considering I am the only player left. While the rest of my friends have moved on in life, I am just kinda here. And if you somehow sat through that 4-hour-long video, you'll know just how big Slam City already is, and how much bigger it was going to be had we been in a different timeline. To put that into perspective, let me drop an info bomb on you that I didn't put in that 4-hour-long video. At some point in 2020, I came up with the idea that once Slam City was, in quotes, complete, we were going to make a separate copy of the world and turn it into something very cool. We were gonna go back to each individual build and destroy it in a way to make it look abandoned, adding in loot chests, mob spawners, running them all down, and making the whole world appear ransacked. Once we did that to every build, the world was going to be permanently set to survival and become a zombie apocalypse survival map where all of us had to scavenge and fight to survive. Kinda like the Crafting Dead in a way. If you're an OG Minecrafter like myself, you'll know. If the big city we planned was a distant goal, this was nothing more than a dream. One of the extremely far-fetched concepts that was fun to think about from time to time. The point is, Slam City was going to be as big as our imaginations could stretch, which is honestly the beauty of Minecraft. How in a lot of ways your journey will never truly be complete. Because the world is forever endlessly expanding, it's only complete when you feel content with what you have achieved. Which turns the question into, how do I feel? Well, personally, I'm mixed. You see, I've come to terms with the fact that those distant goals are just way too far out of reach for me. I could dedicate a full 8 hours a day to this world, and I still don't think it would get completed in less than a decade. So in regards to the end game of Slam City, aka that massive city that I showed the blueprint off for, that will not continue. I just don't see that happening. However, while I am content and okay with that part of Slam City staying in my imagination, there are some things about Slam City that I am not quite willing to just let go yet. That being every single unfinished build that currently sits abandoned in this world. And there is a lot of them. Some that I still wish I could finish. I think you know where I'm getting at with this. Although Slam City won't continue in the way you might have hoped, I am making it my mission to go back and finish these structures once and for all. I told myself that if I ever were to come back to Slam City, I would leave the original build area untouched, meaning everything that is currently there will stay exactly where it is. Everything here is iconic in its own way. And if I were to drastically change any of that, if I were to change this current layout, Slam City wouldn't be Slam City anymore. We already kind of left this area alone after we expanded into the Spruce area in Salem, because this area is a time capsule, something that really shouldn't be messed with. And I don't think I should ever do that. But I am not opposed to adding some small things here and there to make it look as good as I possibly can. Like, for example, one of the very last things that I did in 2021, a month before my friends and I went our separate ways, I came back to the OG area and started adding oak trees to try and liven it up a bit, because Salem and the Spruce area, they all had their respective trees, and the original area still looks exactly like the same super flat that was generated almost 8 years ago. Don't get it twisted, finishing everything that's already been started in this world is still a major monumental task that is probably going to take a long time. But to me, considering I am just one person now, that just sounds like a much more realistic goal for me. And I would be super grateful if you came along with me. And once every build here does get finished, only then will I truly be content and send Slam City off into the sunset on the happiest, most fulfilling note I possibly can. My friends may be gone, but that doesn't mean my time with Slam City is up. I got a lot of work ahead of me, don't I? But at least I have... What the fuck? Was that a command? It mentioned something about the park. Oh. This was not here before. Where did this come? Oh my god! Holy shit.
Banana boat! else.
Well, I guess I won't be alone after all. Throughout the course of this Slam City Revival series, I might occasionally have a guest with me on certain episodes. Of course, everybody that has been on Slam City has their own life that they have to deal with. So as such, I will not force them to commit to something like this full time, but whenever they are willing, whenever they are capable, you never know who might pop up. I'm proud to say that after almost 4 years of all of us not talking to one another, we are all now talking again. Obviously, with all of us on our own different life path, there will probably never ever be enough players on to completely reboot the economy side of Slam City. But honestly, at this point, who cares? And for the first time in almost 4 years, I have now put Slam City on a realm and have invited as many previous players as I could. So every time I log on, I'll never know what is being done, just like the good old days. So without further ado, it is my honor to welcome you all back to Slam City.
Be careful what you wish for, my friend. Kingdoms often fall with the